Newt Gingrich says he has a plan which could save the federal government $500 billion a year.
I believe if you apply the Lean Six Sigma to the federal government, you probably save $500 billion a year.
It would require a serious break from the way business is conducted in Washington, but Mr. Gingrich says the time has come for this nearly complete overhaul of D.C. bureaucratic processes.
Because what people haven't come to grips with in Washington yet is, it is impossible for the current civil service and the current regulatory system to become modern. I mean, you're talking about really replacing the fundamentals of the system.
The former Speaker of the House turned author, filmmaker, and political consultant in June signed a pledge to employ an efficiency model known as Lean Six Sigma. On Thursday, he brought his effort to a Manchester gasket manufacturer to share best practices around the system. At Freudenberg NOK, Mr. Gingrich turned to the business's leaders for their suggestions on implementing the efficiency model. Lean Six Sigma is a melding of two data-driven and results-oriented processes. It's designed to reduce waste, improve quality, and increase profits. Applied to government, proponents of Lean Six Sigma say it would streamline bureaucracy and reduce government spending.
The application of Lean Six Sigma to the U.S. government is the biggest single change since the civil service reform of the 1880s. It's the first time in 130 years that we have a coherent model that we can prove in the real world. That's why coming here is so important. This is not a theory. This is a practical, everyday, demonstrated across the country.
On the business's manufacturing floor, Mr. Gingrich viewed charts showing efficiency improvements and was shown around one gasket project by its project manager, Aaron Burnell of Raymond.
One is a process development and the other.
As heavy equipment whirred around them, Mr. Gingrich viewed the battery gasket seal and asked questions of the Lean Six Sigma process. Questions like, do you think this can apply to non-manufacturing? Mr. Burnell said he has achieved Master Black Belt status in the Six Sigma program, which involved a 6-month training regimen at the company's plants around the country. Mr. Gingrich said that he would make Six Sigma proficiency a requirement for any appointees in his administration, as well as train congresspeople and their staffs in the method.
My hunch is in almost every congressional district, there are in fact companies like this that the members of Congress and the senators could go to, or the governor could go to.
The candidate also summarized his economic plan, which entails maintaining tax cuts, eliminating the capital gains tax, allowing businesses to immediately write off capital expenditures, dropping the corporate tax rate, and abolishing the estate tax. He was sparing on criticism for President Barack Obama, but had praise for his competitors in joining his opposition to last summer's financial reform bill known as Dodd-Frank.
There's also a big regulatory component. I think Congress, frankly, the first week of September ought to repeal the Dodd-Frank bill. I was delighted yesterday when Governor Romney came out for repeal. It's something where Michelle Bachmann deserves some credit because she introduced a repeal bill. Ron Paul's for repeal. Nobody's asking it, but I suspect Governor Perry will end up being for repeal, and Herman Cain is for repeal. And I would hope that the House Republicans would go ahead and repeal it.
And he proposed replacing the Environmental Protection Agency, a favorite punching bag of Republican candidates, with a differently tooled regulatory body.
And we need an environmental solutions agency to replace the EPA with a much more practical, economically oriented, and rational system.
Mr. Gingrich began the day speaking at a Concord retirement home, where he told seniors that liberal elites in universities, the media, and government created a climate where manufacturing jobs would go overseas. In Manchester, he explained that he, a PhD college professor, is set apart from the elites because of his attitude.
When somebody tells you that a hamburger flipping job isn't appropriate, which is an attitude of many liberals, they don't have a clue about life. Any job which teaches a young person to show up for work is better than doing nothing.
This was Mr. Gingrich's first visit to the Granite State in nearly a month, and while his campaign spokesperson would not confirm a next visit date, he said it would be soon. I'm Gregory Wallace for Primary Insider.